The NWS Inundation Mapping Interface is a web-based tool that provides flood inundation maps that show the extent of flooding expected spatially over a given area. The inundation indicates when roadways, streets, businesses, airports, etc. are likely to be impacted by floodwaters. This tool was developed for an initial target audience of the state and local agencies that must make emergency operational decisions during flooding events. However, since the graphics are intuitive and easy to view, anyone with an interest of flooding within a particular area can make use of the mapping interface. The new inundation mapping interface consists of 4 main areas: the blue left-hand data selection area, the mapping area, current map information and legend area, and gauge information area. The blue left-hand data selection area is where users can select to view what data are displayed within the mapping area. There are different types of data available for selection. These are inundation levels, flood categories, and current forecast. Here, users can also use an intuitive point-and-click interface to select data increments or layers to be viewed within the mapping area. Additionally, users can also select to visit websites of inundation project partners, as well as choose to participate in a website survey that is designed to help improve the website for the general public. With the release of Inundation Mapping version 2.0, Google Maps has been integrated into the interface to provide for a better overall user experience. Google Maps is a very popular and widely utilized web mapping service application. Google Maps provides high-resolution aerial or satellite images for most urban areas in the United States. It must be noted that Google Maps satellite images are not updated in real time. They are often several months or possibly years old. The Google Maps projections that are available for the Inundation Mapping interface are satellite, the default selection, and road map. Also, with the introduction of Google Maps, there are new map controls that are available within the mapping area to allow users to customize the map to make the inundation information more meaningful to them. The navigation and zoom controls are 2 separate functions that are located in close proximity to each other. The navigation control is the circular-shaped object that has arrows for up, down, left, and right. Users can move the map in the appropriate direction by clicking the corresponding arrow. Users can also move the map by simply clicking and holding the left mouse button and dragging the map. The zoom control slider is located just below the map navigation control circle. Users can click the plus sign to zoom in and likewise click the minus sign to zoom out. Users can also use their mouse to slide the slider up and down to control the zoom level. By clicking the Reset Zoom button, users can reset the map to the default position and zoom level for that location. This comes in handy if users accidentally move the map outside or away from the inundation study area, or need to move from a more zoomed-in view to the default zoom level quickly. This total transparency slider is used to control the transparency of all displayed layers within the mapping area at once. Users can also control the transparency of data layers independently within Gauge Information area. However, this item will raise or lower the transparency in relation to where it is set in that area. These buttons are where users can select different map projections. Once users have selected an appropriate map type, they can click the Active button again to display the options for that particular map type. For satellite view, this is Labels, which displays the roads and major thoroughfares. And for the map view, the option is for Terrain, which will display physical contours within the mapping area. The tear-shaped marker denotes the gauge site. This marker will be colored in relation to the current stage level to flood category level the site is currently experiencing. Another new feature available with the integration of Google Maps is the ability to allow users to point and double-click on a particular site and place a marker on the map. Once a marker has been set, it will display the latitude and longitude of the marker site, the water depth at that site at the level of inundation selected within the blue left-hand data selection area. Additionally, the action will perform a lookup and display the nearest geolocated address to the marker. This feature can be particularly useful for flood planning purposes for the general public and emergency officials. The Map Data and Legend area contains many informational items about the Inundation Mapping Area interface. Here, users can view current stage value report at gauge, selected levels of inundation, water depth, latitude, and longitude of mouse pointer on map, informational links pertaining to inundation mapping, and water depth legend. Users can also input an address or zip code within the text entry box located above the mapping area on the right side of the current map information and legend area. Once users have input the desired location information, they can click Go, and the Google Maps interface will display that site. Finally, users can choose to print the current map displayed within the interface by clicking the Print This Map icon located just above the left side of the mapping area. Once this link is clicked, a legal disclaimer will display on the screen like the one shown. Once the user has chosen to accept the terms, the information will be displayed just like it is shown on the screen. The Gauge Information area is where users can choose to display and control the level of transparency for the site-specific data layers within the mapping area. There are items that are standard across all data types, and these are inundation study boundaries, floodway. Floodways are defined as the channel of a river or stream and the overbank areas adjacent to the channel. The floodway carries the bulk of the floodwater downstream and is usually the area where water velocities and forces are the greatest. 1% annual exceedance flood probability. This layer represents a flood that has a 1% chance of being equaled or exceeded in any given year. A base flood may also be referred to as a 100-year storm, and the area inundated during the base flood is sometimes called the 100-year floodplain. 0.2% annual exceedance flood probability. This layer represents a flood that has a 0.2% chance of being equaled or exceeded in any given year. A base flood may also be referred to as a 500-year storm, and the area inundated during the base flood is sometimes called the 500-year floodplain. These can be turned on or off by clicking the radio button like so. This concludes the inundation mapping video.